What's going on, guys? Boy Joe Shake72 coming to you guys with a video right now. So I want to go over some updates today. Doug Pederson had his press conference this morning. Talked about the players that are going to be coming back for week one, the home opener against the Washington Redskins. So I want to read right now. Fletcher Cox, Brandon Brooks, Nigel Bradham, Ronald Darby, and Derek Barnett will be back for Sunday at the home opener. They will be playing. They were practicing today. Everybody is fine. Everybody's good. This being cautious and, Doug being cautious and, not playing these guys in preseason is probably looking like it's going to pay off for the opener of the season. So can't wait for that. Doug Pederson also mentioned the starting cornerbacks, and you're going to have Ronald Darby on one side that promised he will be back. Recovered for the torn ACL, and Ronald Darby promised to come back by week one. Okay. We re-signed Ronald Darby this year. He didn't want to leave Philly. Went to was going to visit the Chiefs and just felt like, you know what? It's good to stay here, play for a contract, be with the guys I know, the team that I love, and just play for this year and play for a contract for next year. And then you have Sidney Jones starting on the outside. Very excited for Sidney Jones to get to get what he deserves. He's had a pretty good offseason, and you know what? It's his time to shine now. It's his time to shine because right now, hasn't been looking good for him. Had a torn Achilles when he got drafted and, kind of played the last game of the year in 17 and then, got hurt in 18 too much. And they were putting him back in the games when he was hurt. And now he's been fully healthy this entire offseason, working his butt off. It's his time to shine of why we drafted him, why he should have been a top 10 pick. Now, it's all up to him. Doug Pederson also talking about the left tackle that we drafted in the first round, Andre Dillard, to be working as a blocking tight end in multiple tight end sets, which is kind of crazy. I guess Doug and the front office, they have a lot of they really trust in Andre Dillard and his run blocking because that was the big bump on him. His his run blocking ain't good. His pass protection's great. But this is a really good sign, and using an offensive lineman that has a lot of, you got to use an offensive lineman that can play as a tight end needs to have a lot of mobility. Andre Dillard has shown that, and to be a blocking tight end, absolutely amazing, and that would be freaking cool to see. And Doug is going to be, with this offense, Mike Rowe, going to be very, very creative in this offense, so glad to hear it. And Doug Pederson finally says that this is the deepest roster he has ever coached, ever. The most deepest roster he's ever seen on a NFL football team. And when he says that, puts a smile on my face. And when I pretty much know that I've known this, and all of us have known this for a while. So that's good that he recognizes that because, most coaches won't really come out and say that, but hey, you know what? He said that this was one of the deepest roster I've ever coached, and gotta agree. Camu Grugier-Hill is on track to practice really soon. Camu was interviewed today and pretty much said, I'm feeling good. I'm on track to practice real soon, and that was pretty much it. But that's a really good sign. At least everything's going well, and it's really good because between Nigel Bradham and Zach Brown, Nate Gary, and then LJ Fort. And LJ Fort's been doing pretty damn good, filling in a nice role and making tackles and being a tackling monster out there. You add Grugier-Hill when he comes back, you're going to be loaded at linebacker. And this was one of the weakest positions we had going into this year where we're like, what are we doing at linebacker? What's happening? Jordan Hicks left, and then we kind of didn't know what was going on. So really happy to see that Grugier-Hill's coming back slowly but surely, middle of September to the end of September, whenever it is, week 3, week 4, whatever it is, very happy about it. The undrafted guard from Stanford, Nate Herbig, was so excited to make this roster as the second string center, okay? He played guard at Stanford, and then switched positions when he got to camp. And they tried him at guard, they tried him at center, and Stefan Wisniewski was cut from the team. Didn't even make the team, so I don't know what happened to Stefan Wisniewski, a drop in his play. But Nate Herbig said he was so excited. He said that he called his whole family. I mean, to make an NFL team as an undrafted guy, it really puts a chip on your shoulder to play well, and he's working his tail off to be. This could be our starting center for the future after Jason Kelce leaves in a few years. This could be our next guy at the center position. I'm very happy to see that. We brought in a lot of undrafted guys that should have been drafted. Nate Herbig should have been like a 5th round pick. TJ Edwards should have been a 4th, 5th round pick. A whole bunch of guys. Ryan Bates should have got drafted in the 5th, probably early 6th round. So you have a lot of guys that cross-played. Offensive linemen were cross-training, and Nate Herbig was just so excited. It was nice to see a guy excited to be on this team, and he can't wait to get to work and be on the sidelines. And and always be there just in case we need him to go into a game. So the Eagles decide to extend Craven Leblanc, gave him an extension through 2020. Now this is really interesting because now Craven Leblanc was put on IR today, so he will. The latest he can come back, or the earliest he can come back, is week 8 of the season. Okay. Now this is smart because what you do is when you do this, you extend Craven Leblanc. So just say he comes back. He's put on IR. He comes back week 8 without the extension. He comes back week 8. He balls out, and then he's hitting free agency. And the Eagles made sure that did not happen. So what they did was they extended him this way. He could play he can wait till week 8, come back, ball out, and then he'll be on this team for a whole nother year. And then the Eagles kind of decide whether to, hey, maybe we should pay this guy. It would be nice to pay a corner. It would be really nice to pay a guy that's really worked his ass off. And, he made a lot of plays last year. I think he had like 32 to 34 pass deflections. I think he had an interception or 2. And really has come... this is a guy that was on practice squad. I think he started with the Bears 2 years ago. This is a guy that's just been all over the place. And I'm glad he's finally found a home. And I'm glad that, he's so close with all these guys in this room. So very happy with that. So the Eagles signed a cornerback today in Craig. What's his name? His name is Craig James. I don't know nothing about him. This is just to fill the practice squad, the whole entire roster. So he was the last piece that they did sign. Know nothing about him. Not going to do anything. I'm not worried about it. Just want to kind of update you on that. So Wendell Smallwood tweeted out, since he's a Washington Redskin now, he tweeted out like, "It's Philly, it's been great," or I forgot what he said on Twitter, but everybody was like, thank you. You have a Super Bowl. Thanks for helping us win the Super Bowl. And then another report comes out, and since he's on the Redskins, he, since we're facing them in the home opener, he pretty much said, ready to whoop on Eagles in week 1. And I don't even know if Wendell Smallwood is on the active roster. He might be on practice squad. Not really sure. I know Josh Adams on the Jets he's on the practice squad. I don't know if Wendell's on the starting roster. I don't think so because you have Adrian Peterson, Chris Thompson, and I don't even know Darius Geis is there still, so I don't even know what the case is with that. I think he's on practice squad. Those 2 guys shouldn't be on a practice squad. Those guys should be, we'll see, because, even in the future, you never know what could happen. They could be let go. The Eagles could pick them up later on. God forbid what the injuries are going to be later, or if we have any. Got to do that. Other than that, guys, that's really it. So that's pretty much the update for today. Doug, very happy with a lot of guys coming back. And you know what? Carson Wentz should be happy as hell. He's going to have the whole squad with him going into this home opener in front of all these fans. And it's going to be really exciting. I will be at this game. I can't wait to go. I can't wait to experience this firsthand. With this new roster, this new looked roster going into this new looked offense, this more heavily deep defense. And you know what? This should be really fun to watch. So I'm very excited. This was the update today. Leave a comment in the comment section below about anything that's going on with the Eagles or whatnot. I will answer your questions as soon as possible. I try to at least every day. So other than that, guys, I'll see you guys later. Stay squad up. Fly will fly.